whether you put cream on your face. I mean, if you look at the men's washing of the face regimen, I don't know when last I used soap on my face. Don't judge me for that. If Allah wanted me to use soap on my face, Allah would have created me with, the soap bar, and I came out there, soap on a rope, come out with it, right? And ask any doctor, they'll tell you there's no need for it there because it takes away all the, takes away the natural oils from the face. Where's the dermatologist? Ask the dermatologist. Right? Am I right, doc? Thank you very much. There's dermatologists, don't believe me, ask, right? But women's washing of their face requires for them to buy a special skin cleanser. Then there's a toner. Then you got to have that thing that use for the toner. Then after that day you have a moisturizer. Then after that day you put a, what do you call it thing? Sunscreen. Then after that day you put an elixir for your eyes. Then you put the cleansing oil, what do you call it thing? Like you drop it all over the place there, right? Just to wash your face is going to cost your husband 4 grand. Not my wife, not my wife. It's too complicated. No, let's be honest about it. Let's be honest. Men, how many of you even looked at yourselves in the mirror before you came to the masjid? Did any of you comb your hair? Did any of you do anything to yourselves? No. Women, how many of you didn't do that? Anybody? I rest my case. No, I'm being very pragmatic. I'm being very serious about it here. We have a tendency to make it as light-hearted as possible, but I'm being very pragmatic over here. And trust me, I haven't even started with my bayan yet. But that's what marriage is all about. It's Allah's design. Why I use all of these examples? وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. Allah says, I have put it into your DNA. I have put it into your genetics. It is part of my divine plan that I put in you mawaddah and rahmah, affection and kindness or mercy for one another, that you learn to tolerate one another, that you learn to love one another, that you display affection for one another, you feel sorry for one another, you sympathize with one another, you empathize with one another, even though the person may have been a total stranger to you 3 weeks ago. Within 3 weeks you created a bond with that person. Have you ever wondered why? Allah says, it had nothing to do with you. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. And I have placed affection and rahmah in you. Do you know how many people I sit there and I figure, how do these people stay together? And you begin to realize that it is mawaddah and rahmah. Right? And mawaddah and rahmah has these stages as well. Right? In the initial stages of marriage, mawaddah and rahmah is from the perspective of loving one another, displaying affection for one another, being a married couple. Then in middle age, and from 40 onwards and whatever it is there, it's about friendship. Right? And in the twilight years, it's about caring for one another. You know what? Did you take your tablets? Did you do the... Right? No, really. There are phases in marriage as well. Right? You're not going to have the same mind-blowing bedroom antics, right, in your 20s, in your 50s or 60s, the way you had in your 20s, with the exception of a few people. Nowadays, science also makes that very possible as well, but that's besides the story, right? But the reality is that your marriage goes through phases. The first one is about physical attraction and all of those things, and exploring one another and blah, 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 blah. The next aspect of it is friendship. And the last aspect is about genuine care and concern for one another, wherein you go beyond the physical, and you go beyond that, this conversation, everything there, and now you really you're comfortable with each other. Literally, mawaddatan wa rahmah, it is a situation wherein your souls, right, in the initial dimension of your marriage, your bodies were naked with each other. Forgive my language, your bodies were naked with one another. In the last aspects of the last dimension of your marriage in terms of age, your souls are naked with one another. You know how important that is? My soul can be, forgive my language, but my soul can be naked with you. What it means, I am. You know what I am. You know what my shortcomings are. You know what my strengths are. You know how finicky I may be. You know how selfish I may be. You know how covetous I may be. Or whatever it is. But I'm so comfortable with you right now, is that it doesn't matter to you anymore. You don't even the spouse doesn't even look at those shortcomings anymore. They've gone way beyond that. وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. You saw one tafseer of one verse of the Holy Quran gave you the entire institution of marriage. This is a sign that we need to stop for tea. Okay? We stop for tea. Ladies, we have a simple rule here. You just write on your cup what you want, whether it's coffee, rooibos, tea, normal tea, or whether it's hot chocolate. You write it down on your cup, you know, like Starbucks, right? Write it, and write your name on it as well. Right, and put there 2 sugars, whatever it is, just put it down there, and the men do the rest of the work. See how equitable we are here?